guys, thank you very much for joining me. Today I'm going to share with you my 2 most useful licks that I ever learned to play in guitar, and that is because these licks are chord and scale connectors. Alright, and learning these things, I've said it many times, learning the notes that surround chords is the quick route to going from a beginner guitarist, a beginner novice that can just play, over this side of the fretboard, to an intermediate guitarist and beyond, because you can see the whole fretboard. Alright, and it's a very visual instrument, the guitar. Once you can see the notes that surround each chord, it's a game changer. And you're able to play these little licks and trills, not just because you're copying them, but because you know they're there, and you can also come up with your own stuff as well. So this stuff it changed the game for me. So that's why I teach this. Now, I'm going to be teaching you 2 particular licks. Alright, we're going to be playing in the key of G. Alright, we've got a G, a C, and a D. Alright, but again, we're going to be using the whole fretboard to play that. Alright, so the first lick goes like this. Okay, so we're just climbing up the G major pentatonic scale here. Alright, we've got the root, we play a G chord, we get the root note, and then we strum. And then we've got to do this. 3, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. And again, this is all going to be a little chord progression that you can practice as well and implement these ideas. There'll be a quick playthrough at the end. So again, G, strum, 3, 5, slide up to 7, 5, 7, 5. Alright, and that's the root note again. 5, 3, 5, slide up to 7, 5, 7, 5. Alright, now again, that's movable, right? So you could also play a G bar chord if you're feeling adventurous. Alright, and then again, you can move that around. If you wanted to do that with a B chord, you could. Alright, so once you know that shape, you get the root here, you've got that little lick on your doorstep, right? That you can do many things with. So it brings me to here. Now I want to play a C chord next, alright? And I know that I have this little triad shape that's part of this larger C chord, alright? And when you've got this shape here, right, the C chord here, or this A shape, you have shape 1 of the pentatonic scale. Which is the same as the A minor pentatonic scale, the shape 1, but when you focus on the C note, the root, it becomes a C major. Anyways, theory for another day. Basically, you have that shape on your doorstep. Alright, but you've got lots of stuff you can do there. Guys, I just wanted to tell you very quickly that my 12-week private coaching program is now live again, and that's where I take a very small handful of people and work with them one-on-one over a period of 12 weeks to help them transform their guitar playing. So if this sounds like you, if you have been stuck in the beginner phase for a long time, you've just been learning online and getting nowhere fast, and you're stuck in a rut, you want to be able to get to that intermediate phase as quickly as possible. You want to be able to play in front of family and friends and not feel like a guitar imposter. If you still struggle with things like bar chords, rhythm, the cage system, music theory, you want to be able to play up the neck and know exactly what you're doing, then this could be for you. Just fill out the application below and I'll get back to you. Thanks, and on with the lesson. So a little bit of context in terms of the chord progression. We're going to play the G lick twice, alright? So we're going to do pluck and strum twice. And then I'm going to come into my C chord. Do this little lick, alright? And again, I'm using this C chord here, the A-shaped triad. 5, 5, 5 from the D string, and then shape 1 of the pentatonic scale, and also a little bit of shape 2. This little extension that's a lot of fun to play with. So what I'm doing, I'm hammering on from 5 to 7 on the A, then this little C chord, alright, 5, 5, 5. And then I'm hammering on 5 to 7 on the D, 5 to 7 on the G, and slide up to 9. And then middle finger on 8 on the B, and then slide back down from 9 to 7. Pull off to 5, and then pull off from 7 to 5 on the D. Alright, so let's break that down nice and slowly. Okay, then I'm going to do it again, but this time instead of hammering on to 7, I'm just going to get the 7 note there on the A, and then back into the lick. So the whole thing together. Okay, and again, this is movable. So if you were playing a D chord or whatever, right? A D chord, the same thing. Or an A chord. Alright, it can be moved around everywhere. So again, this is what really opens up the fretboard for you. So the whole thing, totally, we've got like this. Now what we're going to do here is I'm going to take my third finger from 7 to 9 on the A string. And do that, I'm going to get the D chord here, okay? Again, that's just this A shape moved up to the 7th fret. And then this little lick. So what I'm doing again, slide from 7 to 9 on the A, get that D chord twice, and then I'm going to hammer on from 7 to 9 on the D, hammer on, pull off on the G, back to 9 on the D, and then 7 on the G again. And then I'm going to climb back to the C chord in that A string by going 9, 8, 7, and again C chord. Same lick, but just back 2 frets. So that little bit together goes like this. Slower. This sounds very like Something Like Olivia by John Mayer, I'm realising as I'm playing this without the copyright. Alright. And then we can just go back into the G chord. Like that. Alright, so again, those ideas can be changed and adapted to suit yourself using those notes from the scale. But if you to put all that together, you'd have something that sounds a little like this. That's us, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that opened up the fretboard just a little more for you. Alright, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next lesson.